Hello WPC friends and family. We're in the kitchen again today, and today we're going to attempt some pimento cheese. It is a summertime southern favorite, and I thought my variation would be interesting. Now, of course, you can go ahead and buy your pimento cheese at the grocery store. There are many varieties, and it has become quite a boutique appetizer slash dip item in a lot of your grocery stores. But instead of going to the grocery store and spending money on pimento cheese, you can make it at home, because more than likely you have most of the ingredients in your cabinet. Now, for me at my house, I always keep a jar or two of pimento in the cabinet, and it's the pimento that's already diced. And generally speaking, depending on how much I'm making, I'm going to make the whole jar. Now, the recipe that I use is a version of Paula Deen's, and I use cream cheese. This is an 8-ounce block of cream cheese that I have already softened, and I ran the hand mixer through it so it would be a little bit more agreeable. The key to cream cheese is making it room temperature, and about 3 to 4 hours it will be room temperature. So I'm going to take my 8-ounce cream cheese, and I'm going to add in it, probably to start, about a half a cup of mayonnaise. Now, depending on your family's taste, you may like a non-mayonnaise-y flavored pimento cheese. And what I mean by that is you want the mayonnaise mixed in, but you don't want to taste it so much. So you're going to get rid of that taste by adding different cheeses. And as we get to the cheeses, I'll talk about that a little bit more. But you want your cream cheese, and your mayonnaise just to be a nice little creamy combination. Once I get those combined, and you can use a hand mixer for this if you'd like, an electric hand mixer. I just prefer to do it by hand. So once I get that incorporated one to the other, I'm going to add my cheeses. For my cheeses today, I've got a Colby Jack, a sharp cheddar, and then I'm going to add a pepper jack. I use my pimento cheese as a dip or a spread, so I like to have a little heat, and I'm going to add a little bit more later. So let's start with the Colby Jack. Again, this is all what you prefer. And I'm going to add all of my cheddar, and this is a sharp cheddar. Sometimes I use an extra sharp cheddar. Sometimes I use a white cheddar. This depends on what I have in the refrigerator. I'm going to mix that in. And again, you want your pimento cheese to taste cheesy. When I was growing up, pimento cheese was a favorite sandwich spread for us, and we usually got it in the grocery store. But as I've gone through life, I have found these recipes that I prefer a little bit better to the grocery store brand. I'm going to put in a handful of, and that's about a cup, 3/4 to a cup. And see how that's getting a little bit more cheesy. And I may add some more later. It just depends on how this plays out. So to my cheese, mayonnaise, and cream cheese mixture, I'm going to go ahead and put in my pimentos. These I had to chop because they were in a jar that were not chopped. And these are already chopped. Now you can add all this juice in if you like your pimento cheese a little looser. But I'm going to get rid of that, a little bit of it anyway. And I'm just going to dump that right in there. And I'm also going to add some Chipotle. I usually keep Chipotle in the refrigerator, and I like a little heat on my pimento cheese, so I have small diced a Chipotle pepper, and I'm going to add just a little bit of Chipotle sauce. I'm gonna incorporate that and mix that in. And once those pimentos go in, you'll see that the color is going to change just a little bit. I don't add any salt or pepper. Cheese is naturally has a salty flavor, pimentos, and then the chipotle has a little bit of salty seasoning to it. Now, see how quick and easy that was? And what makes this easy and to put together is that I have mise en place all of my ingredients. Everything's chopped and shredded, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's done. Also, there are many recipes that may call for celery salt or garlic powder or salt, salt and pepper. The flavors that you put in are the flavors that you like and the flavors that your family likes. And as I'm mixing this up, I'm going to give it a good taste. And I'll just have a spoon here. Give it a little. I'm probably going to go back and shred some more sharp cheddar because I like it a little bit sharper. And you will figure out your own flavors of whatever you like, what your family likes. So there you have a very simple pimento cheese. Try it, zhuzh it up however you like. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bon appetit.